Maybe you don't want to be an orator. Maybe you don't want to be a speaker. He became one of the greatest orators in history. 4th century BC, a man called Damascus, he wants to become a great speaker. But here's a problem. He has stuttering. He's stammering. He cannot make proper sentences. And whenever he speaks with long sentences. He cannot pronounce the word R. He cannot make the sound R. How could he become a speaker if he cannot talk properly? Yet he wants to become one of the greatest speakers of generation. Case in point, the area that you're really weak, those are the areas that are going to make you famous. One more time. If you want to be famous, if you want to be really successful, find your weak area, and that might be the opening to the next level for you and your business. This guy, Damascus, he studied speeches. He doesn't have British Library. He doesn't have Google. He doesn't have YouTube. He doesn't have Instagram. He doesn't know how to hire somebody to teach a speaking coach. Nothing like that. He had to probably, printing was not invented either. This is 4th century. This is 4 centuries behind Christ. What did he do? He studied speeches. Probably he went ahead and read something in like palm leaves, or probably on rock. Somebody wrote the speeches from before. Something that people remember. He studied them. He obsessed them. And then he went ahead and gave a speech, and everybody laughed at him. What a horrible speech. And they even named him horrible names. They name called him. But he was not willing to give up. He was absolutely committed. I want to be a speaker, no matter what. He started on a journey. I don't want to be ridiculed again. I don't want to be laughed at again. I don't want to be not a great speaker. I'm not going to compromise. I'm going to be an absolute great speaker. You know what he did? For his stammering, he put pebbles in his mouth so that he could enunciate words properly. And he will put like several pebbles in his mouth and he will start talking. It's incredibly difficult. But that readjusted his mouth and his tongue so that he could enunciate better. He prepared himself to overcome noise. Like there are people yelling, screaming in the market. It's not like a theater at the time, right? So he would speak in stormy weather, like the thunderstorm and lightning, and he would talk to sea, talk to ocean, and when there is thunderstorm and lightning. So he could handle the pressure of the noise around him. He recited verses while running to improve his breathing and cadence. So if you really study like a little bit about health, you know that after 140 to 145, generally average young individuals, they cannot speak and run. So what he did was he's running really fast, and then he's speaking at the same time, so that his lung capacity goes up, because he's using most of his capacity for breathing because he's running, and now on the top of it he's speaking verses. He's reciting verses, so his brain can do that. Fascinating, huh? He stayed underground, practicing his speech for several days. Almost like several days, he stayed under a cave, and he shaved only part of his face so that people will ridicule him if he comes out of the cave. So he practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. He hung a sword next to him on both of his hands, above his shoulder, so that if you lift his shoulder up, it will create pain, physical. If you change any physical posture, not according to his plan, the sword will prick him, triggering him to lower it. That is a man of commitment. That is a man who's going to win the game of life, game of speaking, game of business. And he became one of the greatest orators in history. Even today, people speak about him. A man from 2,400 years ago. Maybe you don't want to be an orator. Maybe you don't want to be a speaker, a public speaker. Or you do. If that's the case, don't put pebbles. There are so many tools right now that will help you to be a public speaker. But if you want to be a business person or a speaker, Here's the thing. The model is the same. The model is the same. What's the model? Build the skill. Build the skill. It's a skill. And that's how you're going to go to the next level. If you know the skill of business, then you're going to be a successful businessman. Even if you are stuttering, even if you are stammering, even if you don't know how to pronounce the word R, how to make the R sound, because it's commitment. After some time, when you keep committing to something, nature will, universe will conspire for you through your hard work. So if you're starting out in a business, you need a lot of skills, but the most important skill is sales. You need to learn sales, at least enough to sell. If you're doing, let's say, $100,000, then you need to master sales and you need to master marketing, because you have some sales, but you need to figure out a way to get more and more leads coming into your business. That's why you need to learn marketing. Okay? So if you somehow, luckily, you reached $1 million, then what you do? You need to learn how to profitably scale your business so that you could grow to the next level, which is $10 million. Once you get to $10 million, between $1 million to $10 million to $100 million and above, it's all people. Peter Drucker said there are no business problems, there are only people problems. So I'm not saying below that people are not important, but people become significantly more important when you reach $1 million to $10 million to $100 million. So what do you need to learn? You need to learn how to manage people. It's not just some theoretical concept on how to manage people. You need to really understand what people are, right? In order to manage something, you need to understand that. So how do people operate? What are the needs of humans? What drives them? What is important for them? What's their story? What's their belief about who they are? And what's their belief about the world, right? So you need to truly understand humans in order to grow your business next level. It's the same principle. The principle is you find a skill, you commit to it. You are saying, absolutely, I am absolutely committed to mastering this skill, the public speaking skill. The same way, you're absolutely committed to mastering this skill called business. And that business has different things, right? The managing, how to reprimand somebody, how to manage somebody, how to give them a good feedback, bad feedback, how to manage time, how to be more efficient in meetings, how to conduct meetings. There are so many skills that you need to learn. But the most important skills are learn how to sell, learn how to market, how to generate leads, how to convert leads, and how to scale, and how to manage people. And if you know these 4 things, it's highly likely your business is going to succeed. Just like Damascus became one of the greatest public speakers in the world, you could become one of the greatest business people in this planet, if that's something you want to do. Talk to you next time.